My sister and I recently went on the Mekong Delta River Day tour from Ho Chi Minh City, and it was an experience we'll never forget. Our guide, Kun, was friendly, knowledgeable, and full of fascinating insights about the region. From the very start, he made sure we understood not just what we were seeing, but also the history and culture behind it. The tour took us through beautiful countryside landscapes before we arrived at the Mekong River. We hopped on a traditional boat and cruised along the famous waterways, taking in the lush greenery and peaceful surroundings. One of the best parts was visiting a local coconut candy workshop, where we got to see how the sweet treats are made, and, of course, taste them. We also stopped by a bee farm, sampled fresh honey tea, and enjoyed a spread of tropical fruits while listening to traditional Vietnamese folk music. One of the most exciting moments was rowing through the narrow canals on a small boat, surrounded by towering palm trees. It felt like something out of a movie. The included lunch by the river was another highlight: delicious fresh fish, spring rolls, and other Vietnamese specialties. By the end of the day, we were completely exhausted but so happy with everything we got to experience. If you're visiting Ho Chi Minh City, this tour is a must. A big thank you to Kun for making it such a fantastic day for us. We can't recommend this trip highly enough. We booked quite last minute, the evening before, but everything was confirmed and communicated to us very quickly. The whole day was fantastic and the itinerary ran seamlessly. The star of the show was our tour guide, Kevin, who was funny, knowledgeable about everything and spoke excellent English. What a great day! On-time pickup by Dangerous Dan in a limousine bus with the best aircon, and in a small group our guide Dan was attentive, funny, informative and proud to share his Mekong Delta and en route places. The right amount of stops and not rushed to enjoy the locations and offerings of the people. If you have a day to see all of these places, highly recommend. Heaps of food, laughs and care. We loved it. Thanks my son Dan, your Aussie mum Sharon. Experience the Mekong Delta without hassle. Excellent itinerary presented by excellent tour guides. A must-see when visiting Saigon. Escape from the city and see what life is like in one of the world's most fertile farmlands. I recently enjoyed a fantastic Mekong day trip tour that was both fun and culturally enriching. Our guide, Dan, was incredibly kind and attentive, making sure our family felt comfortable throughout the day. We explored local markets, tasted delicious food, and learned about the unique lifestyle of the river communities. A huge thank you to Dan for making this experience so memorable. One of the best trips we had. Thank you also for being a great tour guide for us. Kindly send our deep thanks also to Danny, our tour guide. He was amazing and so kind. Alice, who coordinated our trip, was also very helpful and nice. Would book again when I come back. One of the best tours I have taken. The trip started in HCMC down to Mekong River, lots of activities awaiting, boat rides, coconut candy making, sampling royal honey gel, pet snakes, crocodiles feeding, big lunch. I would highly recommend this tour. The tour was great, definitely recommended whether or not you'll be staying long in HCM. The agency will contact you the day before your trip to finalize the pickup time and give out reminders. Our tour guide, Lily, was very kind, attentive, and informative. We enjoyed the tour partly because of her. We were picked up at our hotel at around 8 a.m., then we traveled to Mai Tho for around 2 hours. We went to the pagoda first, then to the islands where we tried out honey tea and coconut candies, had lunch, rowed a small boat, and listened to traditional music while eating fruits. The tour ended at around 3 p.m. and we were dropped off at our hotel at around 5 p.m. All in all, a great and memorable experience. Kudos to SSD for providing a great tour service. #Kaylee, we really enjoyed our small group Mekong Delta tour yesterday. There were only 7 people in our group, which allowed for a more personal experience. Our guide Vinny was very good at keeping everyone together and provided information about interesting sites along the way. We really enjoyed the lunch. The elephant ear fish was very unique and delicious. It is a big day, so be prepared, but definitely worth it.